I'm coming to reinforce.
Come on. Yeah, I got one.
You got Farmer straight ahead of you.
Yeah, I think that's our boy. All right, let's give it a shot.
If you turn on the Z-axis of track IR and then sit up, you can see over the nose a lot better.
No ESP.
This isn't ridiculous at all.
Oh, I lost him in the sun. Come on.
Just stay in the sun.
Your shields are down, by the way, A1.
Oh,
No,
thank
they're
you.
not.
High speed. Got weapon converge problems.
Got his core red.
No, I can't see in the sun. Oh shit. This little target out in the distance. I got his core red though, right?
Yes, you did.
Ah, in the sun again, I can't see. Oh fuck, there he is. Oh.
Actually, I think the Archimedes might fit into the helmet.
Last time I tried, it didn't, but I haven't tried in a while.
Looks big enough.
See how I'm rotating inside the cone? When I talk about rotating inside the cone? The sun is pesky. Come on, stop going into the sun. It's hard enough as it is. Oh. It's the long range shots that are really difficult.
Especially without that converge.
All right, welcome back to another video. We are on episode 100 and I believe it's 3 or 4. We'll have to see. But today was kind of special because I had a cool opportunity to fight in third person without any targeting whatsoever, no ESP, no HUD, in third person, so no weapon converge, like a true, like an old school type dogfight where you've got to use your eyes only. And I really want to talk about eye position and target tracking when it comes to engaging targets. I think there is a large portion of the community that is too reliant on the indicator pip system, and they trust it too much. And when it gives them an imperfect solution, they say, "Oh, it's desync, it's lag, it's this XYZ excuse and what so." And what I want to illustrate here is the truth behind any kind of aiming in general, right? And what I want to be very clear is where your eye position needs to be. So typically if we're using something like the lead pips, there's a little indicator that tells you where you need to, where you need to position your nose and then pull the trigger. But the problem is it doesn't really take into account any roll. So you always have to constantly be rolling onto your target to try and get a solution. And what this illustrates is the importance of keeping your eyes fixated on your target, predicting their motion pattern so that you're always pulling your nose in that direction, and then using your tracers to kind of help guide yourself onto target. Because a lot of times the lag pips, even though they're very accurate if you get the right solution, the problem is a lot of people, they don't keep their eyes locked on the target. So let's perform this little experiment. While we're watching this video, I want you to kind of be aware of where your eyeballs are tracking. What are you looking at when it comes to the target? Now, obviously, if we're blinded by the sun, we're going to be looking at the sun. But as soon as we pick up our target visually, your eyes cursor over straight to the ship itself. Now, if we look at the direction of, I guess you could say, like the direction of the momentum that the enemy ship is going in. So at this point in time, he's actually going down. So now we're going to aim down. Now he's coming to our right a bit. So we're going to roll. And we're always going to try to get that position on him, right? And if you look at his nose position, that's going to sometimes give us an idea of, what he's thinking about, like where he wants to push his ship, what direction he wants to orbit around, right? And the key here is to understand that your eyes are tracking the target. And now see how he's strafing up in our direction. So we roll, and we're always canceling his motion as we track the target. And we're keeping an eye on his nose. We're kind of looking at what he's thinking about here, what he's doing. And as soon as his nose starts to track us and we start getting incoming fire, and now we start going into a heavier corkscrew, we start putting a little bit of boost in there to kind of create those small deflection changes to make it just that little bit more difficult to apply damage onto the target. But the importance of aiming has been and always will be looking at your tracers, guiding your shots in, and making a predictive shot. I mean, that's always what it's going to be, because as long as we have distances as long as we do, if not distances that, these are actually quite close range fights that we're doing right here, but a lot of fights take place at much higher speeds. It's all about predicting and watching where your target is and using your tracers to kind of help guide yourself onto target. Because you can see here, I'm a little bit off to the right there, so I'm just going to help guide it on. Now, without ESP on, I have no gun convergence, which means my guns are firing completely straight with no assist whatsoever. And there's no ESP either, so I have to be very smooth and I have to translate very, very carefully. Now, this was a good shot here because I had a bit of a side profile on him and my wings are kind of lined up at the right time, so I got quite a bit of damage on him, right? But the basic function behind lag pips and lead pips and any of that targeting in general is it's just an assist. It's not 100% accurate true all the time, because as soon as they make a movement and that bullet leaves the barrel of your gun, it's no longer a perfect solution. So the best way to get the best shot you can is to close the distance and keep your eyes fixated on the ship itself rather than the little indicator pip that's bouncing around, right? And again, right, these are all the same fundamentals. You see me kind of rotating my bottom thrusters into a way so that I'm always pulling up onto my target. Again, right, looking at his direction, so he's kind of sliding to my screen on the right. Now he's starting to go the other way, so I'm just going to keep on adjusting those small little adjustments to kind of help myself stay always on target. And if I'm missing the target, just adjust a little bit more as I watch where my traces are falling. So all in all, guys, I really wanted to drive this point as hard as I possibly could to kind of really like cement it into your guys' minds that your eyeballs need to be on the target. You need to predict the motion pattern that they're doing. You need to close the distance. And ultimately, it's not about trusting your pips 100%. It's about trusting the position that you're in and always moving into a position that's going to give you a cleaner, better, easier shot. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Take a look at Predator mounts for 5% off with the Avenger 1 code if you're looking for something for your joysticks. They're the ones I use, and I absolutely love them. I hope to see all of you folks up for stream. We always have a great time. Thank you for all the love and support that all of you folks have shown me in the comments, on the Discord, in the Twitch. Guys, I wish I had the words to say this, but I absolutely love doing this. I love making content for all you folks. I hope it's entertaining. I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you all in the next video. I was Avenger1, and I'll see you next time.